What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the third buy low sell high video. In today's video, I'm going to run through some undervalued players that you can look to trade for, as well as some really overvalued players that you can look to move or just stay away from at the current value. Before we start this video, let's hop over to our player of the day. In this segment, I will give you a random stat that's associated with the player, and in the comment section below, it is your job to figure out who that player is. The random stat today is: this player leads the NHL in hits since 2018 with 675. Who is this player? Leave your answers in the comment section below. The first buy low player on this list is Dougie Hamilton of the Carolina Hurricanes. Dougie has started the season kind of slow, recording just 0 goals and 6 assists in his first 8 games. On top of that, he boasts a +4 rating, 21 shots, 7 blocks, and 8 hits. Dougie is mainly known for his extremely efficient shot volume that's almost unmatched across the league. Last season, Dougie attempted a crazy 7.2 shots per game to add to his outstanding season where he scored 14 goals and 40 points and had a +32 rating. He was on pace for 25 goals, 45 assists, and 297 shots. A season like that is extremely rare for a defenseman. In his first 8 games this season, Dougie is still sustaining a high level of shot attempts at 6.25 per game. Carolina has had a delay in their season, and at the time of this video, they have only played 8 games. This means moving forward, Dougie has more value than some defensemen who have played in the 11 to 13 game range. The Central Division is pretty favorable for the Hurricanes, while they'll be facing off against the Panthers, Blackhawks, Predators, and Red Wings, who are all well below average defensive team. If you're looking for a goal-scoring defenseman with crazy shot upside, the time is now to trade for Dougie Hamilton. The next buy low player is someone that I've been preaching since before the season, Rasmus Dahlin. Similar to Dougie, Dahlin has had a pretty quiet season so far, scoring just 1 goal and 2 assists in his first 10 games. The 20-year-old is entering his 3rd full season with the Sabres, and was exceptional last season as a 19-year-old. He had 4 goals and 36 assists, including 19 points on the man advantage in just 59 games. Dahlin is playing close to 20 minutes per night so far, and he leads the Buffalo defensemen with 40 minutes on the man advantage. Buffalo is close to 3 goals per game right now, which is an increase from last season at 2.3 goals per game. This increase in goals per game by the Sabres only benefits Dahlin's potential production for the rest of the season. Another bright spot for Dahlin, and this is something you're going to continually hear me speak about, is that his shot production is way up this year. He's attempting 4.9 shots per game so far this season, which is an increase from 3.7 last season. More shot attempts have a positive correlation with goals and points, and if Dahlin can sustain his shot production, the points are bound to come. With a heavy workload on the top power play and skating on the top pairing, Dahlin is poised to rebound for the rest of the season. The final buy low player is Mark Stone of the Vegas Golden Knights. I know, I get it. This is going to make some of you scratch your head when you look up his stats and see he has 11 points in 7 games, and I'm telling you to buy low on him. Let me explain. The Golden Knights have only played in 7 games, in comparison to some teams like Vancouver, who just finished their 14th game. Vegas is behind in their schedule and will have to make it up at some point in the season. If you're able to trade a player who has already played 11 games or more for someone with 7 games, you're gaining a huge advantage. To put it in perspective, Stone has only played in 12.5% of his games this season, where someone like Elias Pettersson is already done 25% of his season. You are gaining extra games by trading for someone on Vegas. In our rest of season projections, we have Stone as the number 17th best player moving forward. We have him scoring 19 goals, 28 assists, 127 shots, 42 blocks, and 44 hits in the next 49 games. If you're looking to trade or to pick up a Vegas player, this is the best time to do so. This isn't limited to just Stone. There are some really intriguing pieces on Vegas that you can look to trade for, and you can look to move some of your players that have already played quite a few games this season. This will only benefit you in the long run. The first sell high player is someone I mentioned last week, Joe Pavelski. Pavelski is one of the hottest players in the league right now. In his first 8 games, he has 7 goals and 15 points, including 9 points on the power play. He is on an extremely unrealistic pace, and judging by his numbers, he's due for regression moving forward. Pavelski is attempting less than 5 shots a game, which is pretty good, but it's not high enough for me to justify his near goal per game pace right now. Pavelski's shooting percentage is at 30.4%, which is more than double his career average of 12.5%. As the season progresses, expect his shooting percentage to come back down to earth, back to his career numbers. The most notable outlier in Pavelski's performance is his points on the power play. He's averaging more than a point per game on the man advantage. Dallas as a team ranks 4th in the league for power play goals in 3 less games than all the teams above them. They are scoring a power play goal every 4 minutes on the man advantage right now, which is 2 times better than last season where they averaged 1 goal every 8 minutes. This number is going to come down, and majority of Dallas's inflated stats right now are going to even out. Pavelski is still a very good goal scorer, but based on his numbers, he's due for regression, and at this point in time, you can get the most value out of him. The other sell-high player should be no surprise to anyone, Tyler Toffoli. Don't get me wrong, he's every analytics person's favorite player. He's a high-volume shooter with great expected goals numbers. But I feel given the reduced minutes and the inflated shooting percentage, that Toffoli should come back down to earth very soon. He's been a great pickup for anyone who claimed him last week, but I don't think he can maintain this point per game pace. Toffoli is a career 10.2% shooting percentage, and as of right now, he's up at 23.7%, so expect this number to come down a bit. There are a few bright spots for Toffoli though. The first one is that he's in the crazy Canadian division with plenty of favorable matchups, and he's attempting around 5.5 shots per game, which is really good. His value is peaked right now, and you may be able to move him for a much more valuable piece that will benefit your team long term. Toffoli's on the 3rd line right now, so he's playing under 17 minutes per night, but he does play on the top power play unit in Montreal. Either way, it's very unlikely that Toffoli is going to maintain a point per game pace moving forward, and you should look to move him when his value is this high. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's supporting us over on our Patreon. We have some awesome exclusive content that we're really excited about. If you want to support us as content creators and gain access to our Patreon exclusive tools, check out the link in our description. That'll do it for our 3rd buy low sell high video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, click the link in our description and join our Discord. The Fantasy Puck community is growing, and we want all of you to be part of it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.